Hi, I'm Linda Sessions, and I'm your instructor this summer for CED 115 Computer Applications. Each week I will try to do a video for you just to give you an overview of the week, what you can expect this week, some tips on completing it. The biggest tip I am going to give you for this class is to start doing your work early in the week. Start on Monday. Assignments are due on Sunday at midnight. But if you just start working Sunday afternoon to try to get everything done and turned in, a couple of things are going to happen. One, you're going to get really frustrated because it's going to take you a little bit of time. This is a summer class. It's 8 weeks. You're doing 2 modules each week. You won't have enough time to get stuff done. And it will drive you crazy, and it's just not worth it. So save yourself some stress and do a little bit of this class each day, and don't wait until Sunday. Since it's an online class, hey, you can work at 3 o'clock in the morning. If you have questions, send me email. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I also have YouTube helps, especially when you get into doing the projects in Word and Excel and PowerPoint. There's YouTubes that cover all the assignments, so they're there for you, and you can do them at any time of the day as well. But my biggest tip on being successful in this class is doing your time management and starting your work early in the week. The other thing about my class is all 8 weeks are open. So if you find you have a couple of weeks with nothing else to do, you want to work ahead, that's fine. You can work ahead in this class. I just don't accept late work. I do have a late work policy. If you want to receive full credit for your assignments, you need to turn them in by the due date. After the due date, you still have 5 days to turn assignments in before I will not accept them, but you will get an automatic 10% off. So you will only get 90% of the grade if you turn in past the due date, but before 5 days past the due date. After 5 days, I will not accept it. So don't even ask, okay? The only change in that particular late policy is the last 2 weeks of class. I do not accept late work. So the last 2 weeks of class, you've got to have stuff done by the due date and turned in if you want any credit for it. So due dates, late work, work early. Okay, if you need some help with some time management, want some more tips, reach out to me and we can get together. So, that being said, let's get into Blackboard and take a look. So here in Blackboard, the very first thing you see here is the Welcome to CED 115 video. Make sure you watch that. That's just going to give you an overview of the class, overview of how it's set up. Now, I am teaching 3 sections of CED 115 online this summer. And so you can see right up here, this is a 30026 CRN, and there's 2 other ones, but you're all set up the same way. So I will just be doing 1 video, but I'll post it in each class. Where will I post these videos? Right here in the Welcome to WSU Tech area. So every time you log into class, make sure you look into this What's New area first to see if there's a new video or some information that I think will be helpful for you as a student. All of these modules right here are covered in that Welcome to CED 115 class. So make sure you watch that. You're going to want to look through the Start Here module because you're going to need that information with the syllabus quiz this first week. So let's take a look at Module 1. So right here, Module 1, it's 6.6 through 6.12. And right here is all of what you need to read before you do the assignments, or at least review, followed by the assignments that are due. And you can see there's a number of assignments due this week, which is why I said don't wait until Sunday to start working on assignments. Start working on them as soon as you can. Each week, you're going to have 10 minutes of time typing on typing.com, and I'll go over that here in just a minute. This week, we also have the syllabus quiz. You have a discussion board. This is the only discussion board in the class. And you have 3 different trainings: Windows Module 1, Module 2, and Module 3, as well as the Access Module 1 training. And then there's a coding assignment that you need to do. So there's lots of different assignments this week in CED 115. So let's go ahead and click in the module. And the very first thing you see here is a checklist. And this just, again, goes over what you can expect this week and what assignments are due. The due dates aren't listed on the assignment checklist. There's 2 places you can get your due dates. One is on that module, and the other is in the course syllabus. They're all listed there as well. There is a link to my YouTube channel. I have YouTube help videos for most of the assignments, especially when we get into Word and Excel and PowerPoint. I have videos that I created where I go over the assignments, and they're there to help you be successful. The next thing you'll see here is a syllabus quiz. Again, you want to look through the information in the Start Here folder to be able to answer these questions for the syllabus quiz. The next thing you'll see here is typing. Each week you need to complete 10 minutes of typing. There's a video right in here that goes over how to create your account at typing.com. It's free, not going to cost you any money, but sometime before June 12th, you want to go into this website and type for 10 minutes. You can either do the practice typing that you see on there, or you can do a time typing. I just want you to practice typing. That's the only way you're going to learn how to type faster and more accurately. And it doesn't matter what career field you're going into. You're going to be doing some keyboarding. I refer to it as typing. But you're going to be doing some keyboarding. Maybe you're going to have to send an email to somebody. Maybe you're going to fill out an invoice. You're going to have to be doing some keyboarding skills. And if you can type accurately and quickly, you're going to be able to get your work done sooner. So that's why we do this typing. Now, once you've done 10 minutes, there on the program, it lists how much time you've done. And I want you to take a screenshot of that and make sure that you include the date that you've done it, because you have to do it during that week. Okay? You have to do it during that week to get credit. So make sure that you do it before June 12th and that you submit it right here in Blackboard for grading. The next thing that you'll see here is a discussion board. There's only one discussion board for this class, and it's just to introduce yourself. So what program are you in? What hobbies do you like to do? What's something that's unusual about you? Just introduce yourself to myself and to your classmates. You don't have to respond to anyone, but it's kind of fun to look through your classmates' responses to see what they like to do. I know last semester one of my students was on the esports team at WSU Tech, and that was kind of fun. You might find that you know somebody from your school that's in the class that you didn't realize. So make sure you post early in the discussion board, and that way your classmates can learn about you. The next thing you'll see in here is you've got the folders for Windows Module 1, Windows Module 2, Windows Module 3. Right here, the very first one is a link to the EText. Now, when you click on that link, the very first time you're going to be asked to create an account in Cengage. When you create that account in Cengage, it is not the username and password like you have at WSU Tech. You're going to be creating a new account. It's going to be asking you to enter an email address. There is a video that goes over this in the student resources for CED 115, but it's going to ask you for an email address, and it needs to be an email address that you have access to right then, because it's going to send you an authentication email that you need to click on to authorize your account and make it work. The good news is you only have to do this once. So once you have your account set in Cengage, it'll take you to this screen. You're going to click to launch, and it's going to open right up to the eText and the chapter that you're wanting to look on. Now, the one thing about the eText, and I've noticed this each semester, but chances of you reading the eText are really slim. But if you don't know anything about computers, if you're brand new to it, there is so much information in this eText. This is why we use this particular one, because it is good and it's simple and it's easy to read. So when you open up the textbook here, the eText, what I want you to do is spend at least 10 minutes looking over the table of contents. So as you're reading the table of contents, if you know what's going on with it, hey, that's great. But if you're reading, scrolling through here, and you're like, ooh, how do I get help on my computer? So you can click on that, and it's going to take you to that portion in the eText. And so you can read about the help function and what's going on with that. Then you can come back up here to the bullet icon, and it's going to take you back to the table of contents. So spend about 10 minutes at least in each chapter looking over the contents of that particular chapter. The information in the eText is going to help you with the training that you're going to be doing, and it will also help you with the projects. If you have questions, it's all going to be answered in the eText. Once you're finished looking at the eText, you can close it right here, or you can just go back to the class in Blackboard. The very next thing you're going to have on here is the training. Now the training, you're going to observe, you're going to practice, and you're going to apply. Or you can just apply. So let me show you what I mean by that. We're going to click to launch, and this is going to open up the training. We're going to come up here and click this launch content icon. You are going to have training in every single chapter going forward. So you will have this for every single chapter in the eText. And it's going to take a few minutes to open it up. Once you do, you're going to click on Start. I recommend making this screen full screen size, so I'm going to maximize it. And you can see there's 17 tasks. I've already been in here once and done one of the tasks, and that's one of the nice things about this. You don't have to do the training all at one time. You can work on it for 30 minutes, close it. Next time you come into it, it's going to bring you right where you left off, so you don't have to do the whole training all in one setting. The Observe is going to give you a video of what the skill is, and it's actually going to talk to you. It's going to, if you have your sound on, it's going to go over a little bit of what that is. This particular one is sign out of Windows. So it's going to talk you through and show you how to sign out of Windows. Practice is going to be that video, but you have to actually do the steps as the video progresses. Apply, this is what you want to ultimately get to. So down here in the corner, there's this little gray box, and you can move it around, and it's going to tell you what the task instructions are. You can start with the apply. A lot of you have experience with computers, but not all of you. Some of you are brand new to this, and I don't have any way of knowing what your particular level of using the computer is. That's why I love this program. But if you're real familiar with the computer, I'm going to be honest with you, the training will drive you crazy. All right? Start with the apply. And if you know how to sign out of Windows 10, then you can go ahead, click, come up to your icon and sign out. And it's going to say I completed it. Now I'm moving on to my next task. If you click on the apply and you read it, the instructions, and you're like, I'm not quite sure how to do that. Or if you try doing it and it tells you wrong, then go back and do the observe and watch the video. And it will actually take you through completing that skill and how to do it. Trainings will take you anywhere from maybe 45 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, depending on your skill level and your computer speed. So make sure you allow yourself enough time to do it. You can actually complete the trainings 3 times if you want to, and your highest score is what's going to count in the gradebook. And again, after you've finished working for about 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever time you have, you can click submit and just say, okay. You don't need to print anything for this class. We're going to close it. And then next time you go in to this particular training, it's going to pick up right where you left off. So here in Blackboard, you can see you have Windows Module 1 training. Then we have Windows Module 2 training. Module 1 training, I think, is 17 skills. Module 2, I think, is 12 skills. And Module 3 is only 5 skills. So it's the smallest one. Here in Access is Microsoft Office's database program. Now, in order for this class to count as the computer class for four-year institutions, in order for it to be transferable, we need to expose you to Access. And here in Access, again, click on the EText. Look through the EText. If it's something that's new to you, spend a little bit of time working around, looking at the EText and learning about Access, learning about what a database is. All of you have used a database before. Every time you go in to do a Google search, you're using a huge database. Most companies have databases. Walmart has a really great one, as does Target. Have you ever gone into a store and you've gone up to associate and said, hey, I am looking for WD-40, and they pull out their little calculator or their phone or their little handheld computer, and they say, oh yeah, we do. We have 3 bottles on aisle 10 in bay 14. They're using a database to find out that information. Most companies have their own database, so when you go to work for them, they're going to train you how to use the database. But we've talked to our business associates, business partners, and they would like you to at least understand what a database is. And so Access is the one that Microsoft Office uses. And there's the EText here, and then there's a training. So just like the training for the Windows modules 1, 2, and 3, you have got a training here for Access. It's going to give you the observe, practice, and apply, and you'll be able to complete it again 3 times. And open it up here. Let's see, there's 24 tasks. So this one might take you a little bit longer, especially if you're new to Access. But again, you've got the observe, there's the videos that are right there to help you learn about it, practice, and then apply it. So close this. Back here in the module, the very last thing for this week is coding. Now, we have been asked by President UTash to at least expose you to coding. Coding is where you tell the computer what you want it to do. A lot of gamers, game applications, that's what they do. You know, to create their games, they're actually given their computer a list of instructions on how to move the cursor across the screen. We use a program here called Scratch. It was developed by MIT, and it was developed to teach grade school students how to code. So it is very basic, and I think my biggest thing with this particular one with the coding is don't be afraid to have fun while you're doing it. And if you have grade school kids or middle school kids in your household, they have probably used Scratch. So make it a family affair. Have them sit down with you and do the assignment. There's a video here that I did a little over a year ago that's still good, and it shows you how to get into Scratch and how to create your account. The assignment for coding, well, here's your class code. You will need this when you sign into CS first. And the assignment is animate a name. You're actually going to be taking your name and animating it, making your letters run across the page and stuff. Try to have fun with it as you're working on it. And again, like I said, if you've got younger age children in your household, they've probably already done this. Where students have the biggest problem with coding is they just don't have fun with it. Let yourself go. And again, if you wait until Sunday night to start working on all of these assignments, you're not going to be able to have fun with it because you're going to be so frustrated because you're just going to want to get in and do the assignment and get it done. I've been a student, and I remember the weeks that I just didn't leave myself enough time to do the assignments. Those were the most frustrating, and I didn't learn what I needed to learn in the class. So make sure you start working on the assignments early in the week. I am here to help you. We can do a Zoom session if you need some help. Right now, I don't have any big travel plans for this summer, so I should be able to meet you whenever you want to. If you want to meet in person, we can make that arrangement as well. Just reach out and let me know. I'm here to help you be successful this summer. I want you to enjoy learning. I also want you to enjoy your summer. So please start doing your work early in the week. I know a lot of you work full-time and you have families and you have stuff going on. Make time for this class every single evening, and don't just leave it all until Saturday or Sunday, or you will drive yourself crazy. So that's my biggest tip for this week. Make sure you get your stuff turned in on time, watch the due dates, and reach out if you have questions. And I hope that you have some sunshine in your life this week, and reach out if you have questions. Again, I'm Linda Sessions, and I'm your instructor for this semester. Have a great day. Bye-bye.